Escape. I weighed my options. My enemies were strong. Nothing would stop them from carrying out my death sentence. My friends, realizing my certain demise, used their position at great risk to themselves and their families to provide me with a way of escape. Also, if I remained, I would not be allowed to work. Critics of the Islamic Republic of Iran had no right to an income. At this time, my wife was able to work but was going through a lot of pressure due to her connection with me. Her employment wasn't secure. Even with my wife's meager income, my family would live in poverty. Our daughter's education would be jeopardized. The solution, though painful, was clear. I had to flee Iran. So early in 1985, a few months after the midnight visit, with the help of a few reliable people who worked on the border of Iran and Turkey, I began a journey that would change my life forever. My name was blacklisted at border control, as was the case with all political opponents whose court cases were not yet unfinished. If your name was in the blacklist, you were not permitted to cross the border. I was advised to have my legal passport in hand. This was the passport that I had obtained when I was still in power before my imprisonment, and it was not expired yet. Those who were helping me cross the border said that a valid passport could save my life if the plan did not work. We arrived at border control. I was introduced to a customs official who worked at the border where I could gain entry to Turkey. 2 other men were in the line to help me get through customs. Their role was to exchange their places with me in the line, if necessary, so that I could pass by the desired customs agent. We did not acknowledge one another to avoid suspicion. Religious guards were everywhere. As we approached the front of the line, unexpectedly, a guard came forward and started to direct people to 2 lines. I had been told that the customs agent I had met would call for the next in line. Fear gripped my being. What is going to happen now? Will I make it or not? Will I be sent to the correct line? Or will this be another disaster in my life? I was between my 2 helpers, but unable to talk to them because the guard was standing close beside us. Under my breath, I said, "I do not know what to do." I wasn't sure either man heard me. Should I get out of line and withdraw from the plan? If I did this, what would the other 2 men do? If we left together, the guards probably would stop us and discover our plan. If I stayed in line, even if I was not able to make it, only I would be caught. The other 2 would not be charged for conspiracy. I stayed in the line, surrendering myself to random chance. But I was directed to the other customs agent. When he checked my name in the computer, he saw that my name was on the blacklist and I was not allowed to cross the border. He turned me over to the guards who took me to the office of the chief guard. "Where are you going?" he asked. "To Turkey for a few days' holiday, sir," I replied. "How can you leave with your name on the blacklist?" "I was not aware of it, sir." He ordered one of the guards to take my bag to the room and list the contents in it. He took my passport and gave it to a guard in an adjoining room, ordered him to do something, then came back to his chair. I was standing in the room and the other guard was still there, apparently watching me. After 10 minutes or so, the guard from the other room brought back my passport to the chief with a typed letter.